Energy drives economies and sustains societies. Our challenge is to provide vital access to a reliable and affordable energy supply, whilst at the same time fighting climate change. Countries all over the world are working to develop diverse types of renewable generation that fit together into a resilient and clean energy system, and offshore wind is an increasingly large part of the puzzle. But every offshore wind farm first needs a planning consent or permit before it can be built. This video is part of a series about careers in offshore wind consenting. You'll get to hear about some of the people currently working in these careers and how a career in offshore wind consenting could be the right opportunity for you to make a difference. But first, let's take a closer look at how consenting drives the process of building new offshore wind farms. In the UK, the drive to achieve net zero is reshaping the energy system, and offshore wind is playing a vital role. It's a world-leading industry, and growth continues at pace. In fact, the UK has the greatest wind energy potential in Europe, so it's critical that we harness that potential and make it work for our environment, communities, and economy. The work around a wind farm can be broken down into 5 high-level stages: site assessment, development, construction, operation, and decommissioning or repowering. Consents application and management starts at the very earliest stages of the project and continues throughout the life cycle of a wind farm. Let's take a closer look at what's involved. A central part of the development process is securing permission or planning consent from the relevant authorities. The purpose of the planning consent is to ensure that the right project is built in the right place. This is done by ensuring that the proposed project is fully assessed in terms of the potential environmental impact, impact on local communities, and other industries and relevant stakeholders. A whole range of organisations are involved in this process, including offshore wind developers and operators, government regulatory bodies, government nature conservation advisors, and specialist environmental consultancies. Work begins with the consent application process. This essential work revolves around building a sound evidence base to aid in the decision-making process that will decide on whether permission will be given for a wind farm to be built. This hugely complex process usually takes several years to complete and involves multiple organisations, specialists, and activities such as project and contractor management, stakeholder and local community engagement and advice, research advice, writing or reviewing of detailed impact assessments, carrying out environmental survey work, data and survey analysis, and legal advice. And, as we have seen, even after the permission has been given, the consenting roles continue throughout the entire wind farm's lifetime to monitor changes and ensure that conditions of the consent are met. That's why we are building a world-class consenting and environmental management workforce to drive forward our world-class industry. We're looking for driven and enthusiastic people to join us from diverse and wide-ranging backgrounds. People with a shared interest of the world around them. People who care passionately about the environment, the climate and communities. People who are driven to make a difference. So whether you're a specialised professional, a generalist with transferable skills, or an academic, there could be a role for you within offshore wind consenting. If this has given you fuel for thought, we would encourage you to watch our interviews with a selection of people who work within the consenting process. Here they explain what they do and why they love doing it. And if you'd like to take a deep dive into the consenting process, you could take a look at the Offshore Wind Industry Council's resources. The offshore wind industry continues to grow and has potential and ambition to go faster and further. And it all starts with consenting. So, whether you're looking for your first job or a career move, whether you're a teacher, lecturer or parent looking to give younger people direction, the opportunity is here.